Okay, so let's get into the story where Saul meets Samuel. There was a wealthy, influential man named Kish. Kish had a son named Saul. He was the most handsome man in Israel, head and shoulders taller than anyone else in the land. So he was like this. Everybody else came to hear. Like even the tallest man came to hear on Saul. He was really tall and handsome. One day, Kish's donkey strayed away, and he told Saul, "Take a servant with you and go look for the donkey." So Saul took one of the servants and traveled through the hill country, looking at the entire land of Benjamin, but they could not find the donkeys anywhere. Finally, Saul said to the servant, "Let's go home. My dad is probably more worried about us now than the donkeys, and let's just go." But the servant said, "I've just thought of something. There's a man of God who lives here in this town. He is held in high honor by all the people because everything he says comes true. Let's go find him, and perhaps he can tell us which way to go." Now, who do you think the man is? The man is... Ooh, I had fuzz in my hair. That's not who the man is. If you were at church last Sunday, you know Nicasia portrayed that man. Do you remember who Nicasia was pretending to be? I remember. It's Saul. They're talking about Saul, the man that God anointed, or God appointed, well, anointed and appointed, right, frankly, to anoint the new king. So they've lost their donkeys, but that's how Saul's going to meet Samuel. Saul's like, "Oh, that's great. Let's go meet him. But I don't have anything to give him. And I don't want to meet this guy and ask him to help us find my donkey if, he's not, I don't have anything to give him." The servant said, "Well, I have one silver piece, some small silver piece, and we can offer him that." So they did. They went and they asked where he was, and people kept saying, "Go over here, go over there. He's going to do this, he's going to do that." And finally, they were headed toward Samuel. And when Samuel saw Saul, the Lord said to him, "That's the man I told you about. He will rule my people." When Saul approached Samuel at the gateway and asked, "Can you please tell me where the seer's house is?" See, Saul didn't know who Samuel was. And Samuel said, "I'm the seer. I'm the man of God." And he said, "Go up to the place of worship ahead of me. We will eat there together, and in the morning I'll tell you what you want to know and send you on your way." So he didn't know why Saul came. Well, Saul hadn't told him why he came, but Samuel knew, right? And then Samuel said, "Don't worry about those donkeys that were lost 3 days ago." See, the donkeys were lost 3 days. Don't worry about the donkeys. They've been found. And I am here to tell you that you and your family are the focus of all Israel's hope. Whose man just out looking for donkeys for his dad's donkeys. They're lost. He's like, "Okay, my last hope. Let's go ask this man of God if he has any idea where my donkeys are." The guy's like, "Your donkeys are safe. They've been found. By the way, all of Israel's hopes are on you." That's what he said. I don't know about you, but that would freak me out if I was Saul. Saul replied, "But I'm only from the tribe of Benjamin, which is the smallest tribe of Israel. And my family is the least important of all the families of that tribe. Why are you talking to me like this?" Yeah, I think I'd ask the same question. I'm like, according to everything, I'm no one. I'm nothing. I have no worth if you look at it from the world's perspective. But only God determines our worth. And God had determined that Saul was going to be king of his people. So they eat, right? They eat.